I made a video a while ago showing you how you can secure a mini greenhouse and help it prevent blowing over in the wind just using some bungee cords or rope which are attached to vine eyes in a wall or a fence. So this is a pretty effective method to stop your greenhouse blowing over. But if your greenhouse is on soil, there is another option. So this greenhouse here is actually a cat hotel for the cat in the daytime, just in case it rains and I'm not in. And this wall here is the neighbor's wall, so I'm not going to drill into that and put vine eyes in. So what I've done is created these little mini stakes. So this is just a batten of wood with a small piece attached to the top with a screw. So this is roughly 8 to 10 inches in length, so the longer the better. The more it goes into the soil, the more secure it will be. And I've used a nice chunky screw. So I pre-drilled a hole to help prevent the wood from splitting, and I've used the thickest screw which I could. As you can see, I put my finger on that. It's quite strong. I'm going to put reasonable pressure on that. So again, if it's on gravel or a soil base, you can stake these into the ground. So what I've done here, I've done one already. I've also put some pieces of wood underneath for extra stability and attached some cable ties to the frame and the wood underneath, but you don't have to do that, that's totally optional. And I put one of these battens in already, so you can see that's in place. And if I did want to remove the greenhouse for some maintenance, all I have to do is twist, and you can see I can then lift the thing out of place and then just twist it back in place, and that secures that. So this one will go on the other side. When you're doing this, I would ideally put it towards the back, but it's quite difficult with the cover in place, so you need to remove the cover somewhat to get to the back. If not, just put it roughly in the middle. So if it is a gravel base, remove the gravel with a little spade. If there's any membrane underneath, just make a small hole, and then you can hammer this into the ground. Ideally use another piece of wood on top of this to stop any damage, and just hammer it in. Once that's in, that'll be in the same position, and then every time I want to remove it, just twist, and you can remove it just like that. I'm going to hammer that in a bit more actually, so it's nice and flush. Another option, which one I used before this one, which is again another piece of wood with a hole drilled roughly 1/2 inch from the top, and then you hammer this into the ground, put a cable tie through it, and then you can attach it to the frame at the bottom and just bash it down again until it's nice and secure. But if you do need to remove the greenhouse, you have to cut the cable tie and repeat the process again. With this option, you just twist just like that, and you can move the greenhouse. Obviously the greenhouse has to go back in the same position unless you remove the stakes, but it's a much simpler way than using a cable tie in my opinion. So hopefully that helps you. Thanks for watching.